Some sections of the Nigerian public have thrashed the Supreme Court judgment given by the five-man panel led by Justice Okoro SAN, wherein they upheld the election of the lower court, affirming the presidency of Ahmed Bola Tinubu. While some expressed their dissatisfaction over the sham judgment, others went as far as stating that they would ensure that the administration doesn't have peace while it lasts. Meanwhile, President Bola Tinubu has extended hands of fellowship to Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi, presidential candidates of the People's Democratic Party, the PDP, and the Labour Party, following their defeat at the Supreme Court. Tinubu called on Atiku and Obi to collaborate with him in building Nigeria and moving the country forward.
I've started from day one to work hard, regardless of, the court cases, okay? And just strengthen my resolve to do more. A challenge of this nature and a future of this nature is more work and more hard work, more dedication. Just appeal to the sense of patriotism of Nigeria to have a change of mindset. Let us be positive about our country, be ready to contribute in all ways possible. There's no promise of El Dorado from day one. We're all in this boat of diversity, a member of the same family, living in the same house, but stay in different rooms. And it is important that we recognize that we have no other country but this one. So we better be committed to it, not for the sake of our own self-aggrandizement. Our commitment to the values, the creed of dedication, patriotism, and commitment to the value of this country. It is extremely important that we have a change of mindset for the sake of our country. Not for us, but for our children and grandchildren, great-grandchildren, the inheritors of tomorrow.
Yes. The Labour Party has announced its decision to move on following the Supreme Court judgment that affirmed the victory of President Bola Tinubu in the February 25 election. Julius Abure, the Labour Party national chairman, made the remark while accusing the Supreme Court of shredding the fabric of justice and good conscience in its verdict.
I'm surprised that even the apex court will toe the line of an earlier judgment in spite of all the flaws associated with the judgment delivered by the Presidential Election Appeal Tribunal. Having conclusively exercised our fundamental rights as gifted to us by the laws of the land, we have no other choice but to move on. We may be disappointed and dismayed by the outcome of the exercise, but we have chosen to trudge on and to remain optimistic of what the future holds for the nation. We weep for our institutions that cannot rise to the occasion and courageously defend democracy and the voices of the people. However, there are great lessons to be learned. What transpired in Nigeria since February 25th presidential election is a clear testament that our institutions are not working and that we may be sliding towards dictatorship. It is very clear that the executive and the judiciary have all been hijacked. This is so unfortunate for our democracy, and it is even more for the people of Nigeria. All what our forebearers taught us has been destroyed within a short space of time because of unbridled ambition of the few. The founding fathers fought with their lives to achieve independence for the country. People lost their lives for the struggle to keep our democracy. And all these years, people have been struggling to achieve electoral and constitutional reforms. Regrettably, all these efforts and struggles have been destroyed today. It is also pertinent to put on record that we have it on very good authority that the government have marked some Labour Party key leaders, myself especially, and our leader, our presidential candidate, Mr. Peter Obi in particular, for vilification in order to suppress the party, suffocate our team, and our goal of a new Nigeria. The planned persecution, intimidation, suppression, and harassment of our leaders using security agencies and all other government institutions will definitely.
The Justice John Okoro-led 5-man panel of justices have thrown out the Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi's appeal challenging Tinubu's victory in the last presidential election. Obi had called for the disqualification of Vice President Kashim Shettima due to the double nomination. He claimed that Shettima was not qualified to serve as Tinubu's running mate during the last presidential election, but Justice Okoro of the Supreme Court said it cannot allow the matter of double nomination to be re-litigated. The justice recalled that the Apex Court issued a judgment on the matter when it was before a lower court. The People's Democratic Party (PDP) says it is disappointed with the judgment of the Supreme Court affirming President Bola Tinubu as winner of the 25th February presidential election as declared by the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC). The People's Democratic Party expressed its position in a statement issued by its National Publicity Secretary Debo Olugunagba in Abuja on Thursday in reaction to the court judgment on the appeal petition filed by the party and its presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar on the election. Mr. Olugunagba said that the PDP and indeed majority of Nigerians were alarmed, disappointed, and gravely concerned with the reasoning of the Supreme Court. He said that the PDP believed the judgment was against the express provisions of the Constitution, the Electoral Act, and the guidelines and regulation issued by INEC under which the election was conducted. Some Nigerians have taken to social media to thrash the Supreme Court judgment, stating it was a sham. Here are some this channel captured. Well, whatever divide you are on, whether obedient, Abadurian, or even the PDP, note that the final court verdict is binding and the decisions will surely live with the country forever, either for good or evil. Whatever it is, I hope it favors us all. Thank you for watching. Kindly subscribe to this channel for more on content like this.